bag of 50 kg rice 9 years ago. Today, with your $100, 166,000 naira, you will be able to barely buy a bag of gari. A bag of rice. Maybe a bag of gari. And that's it. I was like, I didn't see it that way. I said, oh, you didn't? Well, you should begin to see it. If you think their country destroying and the value going up makes you a big man, and because you know get sense. So if my ego comes here every now and then to tell you how this devaluation actually works and how much of it affects you, you will see some people back in the days, right? If you send $100 to your family members, they could pay for their medication. Still buy food stuff for house. They will still get pocket money. Today, you will send them more than $200. It's pretty much like not even buying anything. Before the end of the month, some of you are now like running into different debts because you want to remain big men. Big men that take care of their family. Big women that, It's a thinker. The more they destroy Nigeria, the more they destroy you. That is abroad as well. But when I know they think, you are so selfish sometimes that all you think about is that ego of yours, the one that makes you feel like you are better past your neighbor. A lot of us are working 2-3 jobs these days. And still know they pay the debt. No. Because you can send $1,000. And $1,000 gives you 1.6 million. 1.7 million naira. You are a millionaire. But the truth is this. Our people are dropping and falling into more and more poverty. Generation to generation. There is no sight. There is no end in sight. You want to tell them that they are okay. Because you are buying you are buying a gallon of petrol for $4. You are buying a bread for $1. So, in the country that you are living, where inflation also exists, are they not increasing your own earnings? Are there no other leverages and subsidies that you enjoy? Do your people enjoy them back in that contraption? The more they bring upon themselves terrible, terrible leaders, and the economy continue to go down, you are not spared. Now just know they think. People know they think. People just want to be like so selfish. And to those of you in Nigeria who actually listen to these mofos, that tells you that no matter what, Nigeria is still easy to live. Nigeria is still the best place to live. What they are asking you to endure, many of them, they can't endure it for a week. They will either run back, or they will die. Yeah, I tell you that for free. And that is why you will see them tell you, Nigeria is still okay. You should be grateful. But when you ask them to come back and live in that same place that is okay, they will say, no, why are you wishing me evil? Why are you wishing me bad? Why would you ask me to come back to Nigeria? So this is why, when I am actually addressing things on Mayegun's Diary Political, I want you to please not agree with me. I'm not asking you to agree with me. But at the same time, I'm not asking you to try to begin to plant doubt. Because I've seen it many times. From your comfort zones abroad, you can tell Nigerians that it is not as bad as people like Mayegun is painting it, because you are so selfish, so self-centered, that your ego is so high, and it has blinded you so much, that you think that your comfort zone is the best that could happen to anybody. Now, they've added not just this hardship and all that. They've also added insecurity. They've added, lack of rule of law, lawlessness. The things that a lot of us can no longer live and exist in. I wouldn't want police to be brandishing gun in front of me because he wants to take bribe. I wouldn't want some lunatics break into my house in the middle of the night and they said they suspected that I'm a Yahoo boy because they are EFCC and all of that. I would not live in such society. And these are the stuff. These are the issue. So if you want to disagree with me on anything, just make sure that you are not speaking from the position of privilege, from the comfort zone of yours. I can be very comfortable In fact, I am actually very comfortable. You know what makes me uncomfortable? Every time I see or think about the danger of being selfish and thinking just about myself. When I see the danger what that poses, I become uncomfortable because there are some things that money can buy. Do you know that? It's not like Kolu that says that whatever money cannot buy, more money will buy. No. There are some things that money will never buy. A society that is unjustly managed and unfairly managed as well. It is not to anybody's advantage. So don't agree with me on everything, but please don't plant doubt on my platform. Do not use my platform as a place to kind of spread that your stupidity and selfishness, because I am comfortable. To be honest, right? By all standard, I am very, very comfortable. But every time I remember that I won't live in this place forever, my dream was not to come and live in this place forever, but now it's becoming like an alternative. I want to go back to Odogbolu. I want people living in Odogbolu to actually live normally. When I was living in Odogbolu, people were comfortable, contented. They were not asking for too much. They could feed themselves. They could send their children to school. They could pay their bills. They were not really concerned about all this luxury of anything. No. But these days, that has become a luxury to the point that people are barely existing. And I know why. Why? It is because of either their own ignorance plus enablement of enabling these criminals in perpetuating this economic ruin. Yeah, they may look like they can't help it, but maybe somebody like myself can continue to remind them that they can live better. They can have all those again, only if they stop. Only if they stop enabling these rogues, enabling these criminals. Because in the long run, we all suffer, or we will all suffer it. Whether you are rich or poor, it won't matter anymore. A society, an unjust society created by lunatics and criminals who are so selfish, it's not to anybody's interest, man. Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for spending your evening with me again. I did promise that we should have a phone call this night, but somebody just triggered me there, coming here to tell me that, I should not compare blah, 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 blah with what they have in Nigeria. Why not? Every time the exchange rates galloped, your cost of living gallops, they will tell you, the dollar costs how much? $dollar they spend for Nigeria. And then you see some gullible idiots. They will come on and say, are we spending dollars? Are we spending dollars? And you living abroad will say, Nigeria is spending dollars. Let's talk about Naira. Me knowing that Nigeria economy is dollar dependent. Even your Nigerian custom, they are charging people importing stuff to Nigeria in dollars. Country we've seen an Naira that they spend. The custom is charging importers dollars because they know they take dollars. They don't take Naira. Shouldn't that tell you something? At the end of the day, they will now use the dollar exchange and apply that on everything you buy. Even tomato seller. They will say, are we importing tomato? Why is the tomato expensive? I want there. I am not an economist, but there's something I know. You see that same mama tomato, the woman where they sell vegetable, we've seen her from her backyard, she caught the vegetable. She will what? She will need to buy food, other food to eat. She will have her own children to feed. She will also pay out rent. She will also enter transport, Sabi. Yet, some idiot will say, na dollar affect this one too? Now we they do ourselves. Now the black man, they do black man. We they spend dollar ni. And you that is living abroad that should actually know better. You are joining them, planting the doubt, making them more confused when you should actually make them or help them. And we know where this is coming from. It is coming from the place of privilege. You don't live, you don't do abroad. Now suddenly you have an idea. You have an idea of why people are not living well in Nigeria. Meanwhile, you are just kind of massaging your own ego and all that. Like this Kaduna Littlefinger, the man that stole over 400 billion naira, as the governor of Kaduna, traced to some of the bogus seminars, bogus workshops that he organized in Kaduna. He called one Card Fest, Kaduna Festival, or something like that, where people were supposedly coming to, to display what they have created. Small businesses, this and that, including the son of Iroboye of RCCG, Pastor Adeboye. They collected 8 billion naira, 8.9 billion naira for the road construction that he never constructed. He was in Kano yesterday, still talking about his achievement in Kaduna. A criminal that should be behind bar, waiting to be hung by the hangman. A criminal that stole over 400 billion naira is a guest of honor in Kano Fest, since they don't chase him from Kaduna. Here, the criminals representing this contraption, people who suppose they gallo. If it was in China, they would don't kill him by now. But Nigeria is a special guest of honor.
The entrepreneurship program, which was the brainchild of Hafiz Bayero, who is here, to get university graduates and train them in entrepreneurship over a period, I think, of 3 or 6 months. By the Kaduna Business School, they graduate with a diploma in entrepreneurship. But to graduate, they have to prepare a business plan of an idea that they want to market. They must come up with a business idea that they want to pursue upon graduation. And when they produce the business plan, the Kaduna State Government, in partnership with Bank of Industry, provides them the capital that they need to start their business. The collateral for getting the loan from BOI, which is a single-digit interest rate loan, is to deposit their diplomas. So you don't put any capital. Initially, we asked for 10% down, but we realized fresh graduates don't have much money, so they cannot be so modified the program to have just that. And we trained thousands of young people, and many of them started their businesses. Some of the businesses are still doing very well. As you know, the failure rate of new businesses is about 90%. But it is the 10% that manage to survive that become the Dangotes of the next generation. So we were very happy with that program. Then we moved to ICT and established the Kaduna ICT Hub and tried to interest our young people to look at information and communication technology as a sector that can provide rapid social and economic mobility. And we are pleased that some of the people that we supported, like Amal of Outsource Global, have grown to be major forces in their business. There is I saw him this afternoon, Yusuf, whose areas of expertise is blockchain technology, who is also doing very well. We train against thousands of people that have gone to work for major tech companies outside Nigeria and earning very good money in US dollars. So when we left office, before we left office, we then went to the third level, which was to establish the Kaduna Technology Village, which again was to provide a place for incubation and providing free services to encourage tech talent to experiment, develop their businesses and thrive. The Kaduna State Government was willing at that point to provide funding in collaboration with BOI. Now when we left office, we thought that this is such a good idea. It's so important for the future of northern Nigeria and Nigeria in general, that we need to continue what we are doing in the private sector. So my friend Jimmy Lawal and a few of us put together our own money and started AfriVenture Capital. The whole idea of African venture capital is to be the first venture capital and private equity company operating out of northern Nigeria with a particular focus on developing and funding innovations and technological startups from northern Nigeria and Nigeria in general. But our focus is northern Nigeria because most of the funding that goes to the tech sector so far goes to Lagos. When Mike Zuckerberg came to Nigeria, he went to Lagos. He didn't think of coming to Kano or Kaduna. And we know it is important to put northern Nigeria on the map. We account for 60% of Nigeria's population, about 130 million, and we have a lot of talent that is wasting away because our young people don't know where to go to get the support, to get the funding, to get the mentoring and the guidance that they need to achieve their full potential. So African Venture Capital was set up to provide, to fill that gap. We want to look for young people with talent in innovation, in the tech sector, provide them the money that they need to develop their ideas, provide them the guidance, the mentoring that they need, guide them in having superior corporate governance records, as well as open doors for them. I was joking earlier that one company made me chairman of their board of directors.
ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún sí lálìkìyàmà ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí. ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún sí lálìkìyàmà ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí.
It's still from them. But they're always there to say, oh, we try to kind of get nonsense. I don't blame them all the time. Because there are enablers too. The ones who kind of listen to them and get their own their own share from the pie. It is what it is. It takes 2, 3, or even 4 to tango in that contraption. My message can liberate everyone. If I manage to kind of get one person to think, then I'm a winner. So tonight, I have poured out my entire heart into this. Maybe tomorrow, it will be your own turn, right? Where you can also call in. That is, pick up your phone and call in and pour out your mind or heart as well. So to everybody who listened to my rants this evening, thank you, right? So once in a while, it is always like that, okay? And to those who probably joined us maybe late, you should try and watch this from the start. It's an interesting evening, I would say, except for those who wanted to be politically correct. Those who think that all we do is just to blame with no reason. It's up to you. Yeah? It is up to you. We will leave you in the hand of your whatever you believe in. The bottom line is this. In this contraption that they have created, none of us is safe. None of us is safe. The earlier you know this, the better for you. But if you don't, the better for you as well. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. I will see you again when I see you. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary ayé mi nàmbà wá.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary ayé mi nàmbà wá.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Mayegun Diary ayé mi nàmbà wá.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary ayé mi nàmbà wá.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary ayé mi nàmbà wá.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary ayé mi nàmbà wá.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary ayé mi nàmbà wá.
sí lọ́rọ̀ máyégún.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
àní máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi.